Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Leeds United Career Mode. And first and foremost, before I get on with the commentary, I'll let you all know that this is going to be a double upload night. But the only way it will be is if we can hit the target that I'm about to set you guys. If we can get 3,000 likes on this episode, as soon as we do, I have a second video ready and up to go. I've been super productive today. So yeah, as soon as we hit 3,000 likes, that second video goes up, that second episode of the day, that 7th episode of the Leeds Career Mode. So, that in mind, as well as that, I've also got a huge giveaway that I'm going to be doing on Twitter very, very soon. So if you're not following me on Twitter, the link's in the description down below. Be sure to give me a follow there and just make sure and get yourself in the discussion. So without further ado, we'll get on to the, of course, commentary itself and onto the games. We are playing, I believe it's Derby County for the very first game, as we see Antonucci getting in on the ball, having the shot there. It took a deflection and nearly lofted up over the keeper, but thankfully he was alert to it, unlike, you know, maybe if it was my goal. If that was my... if I was defending that situation, my goalie would have just fucking collapsed. But still, then again, he makes a good save there and a shot and a second effort, which is right at him, but he just cannot make a save and either parry it to either one of our own players or just hold the ball. And unfortunately, we concede after making 2 saves. We finally give it up, which is very annoying. But still, Antonucci passing along now with McGregor, still working it wider now with Bios and still moving. Going out even wider with the cross come. No, it's a beautiful back heel. Oh my God, what a back heel. Right to McGregor. A little 1-2 play. That is a stunning back heel. He's sold the defenders. He's made them go with him. Freed up the space for McGregor. And the finish from a tight angle. He was able to make it happen. And even that cross there, the header, also from a tight angle, but right at the keeper. But yeah, it was something special. As Derby, another shot there. Another volley attempt. We go to clear it, but that is a terrible attempt at a clearance. It has not even got out of our final third, or their final third, and still they pass it around. The shot happens, and the keeper, if it was any closer, if it was in that bottom right-hand corner, he wouldn't have got there, but thankfully it's just gone wide. Now still with Nicholas Storm, still trying to do something in this damn career mode, as he tries the lob through ball, and Antonucci, who, to be fair, it wasn't a bad lob through, it wasn't a bad through ball, but Antonucci swings at it and misses it, and finally we see Bamba ending the game with a hard tackle on his opponent, but that would be it. It's a 1-1 draw, but thankfully we do get something out of that game with the equaliser, with a beautiful back heel to McGregor, who scored the goal and also gets man of the match for this game, who did get, I believe, a 7.4. We did see Marco Silvestri also get an 8. Or something close to an 8 in that, and he got FIFA 15's man of the match. I've been saying 14 in my commentaries for some reason. I don't know why, but still moving on. By the way, as well, as you can see, there was a little highlight of Nicholas Storm lobbing a through ball into Antonucci, who then swung at the ball and completely missed it. But Nicholas Storm, I've got to tell you right now, my patience at that point officially wore out with him. He was going to be hopefully one of the best players that I'd signed, and he has just been like worse than a flop so far. We've given him plenty of games, about 15 or so games, more than enough games that he needs to prove himself, and he just has not done much. He's been poor, no assists, no goals, and at the right wing spot, in that sort of formation, he's got to deliver, he's got to do more, and he's done very, very little, and he's just been poor. Poor on the ball, poor a player, and as we nearly can see there, coming off the crossbar and rocketing back down earth, thankfully Silvestri grabs it and is alert to it. But yeah, Nicholas Storm's gone. Solly March is now filling up the right wing spot, as some poor defending there allows Barton to pull up on a dime, to stop on a dime in the middle of our freaking box, and then cross one into the far post, and then head it away, which I could not believe I got showed up by bloody Joey Barton. I can't believe I let Joey Barton do that to my team. I was so embarrassed, but now Moat will try something not a lob through, but what am I thinking? Just a powered shot, which was actually decent on target, but unfortunately a little too close to the keeper. And now Dukara moving in the second half, passing it backward to Adrian, still trying to make a move. Adrian goes past his man. There's a foul in there. He doesn't go down or anything, which is unlike Adrian, but he's won himself a free kick, and it just takes a little bit of power to just curl it around the wall and slide it and put it in that top, or should I say bottom right-hand corner, and he makes it happen, the equaliser. And now in the 70th minute, we'll continue again with Watford still moving it as Deeney, who's given all the space. No one closes down on him, but that finish is ridiculous anyway. Even if someone got up to him, that shot was incredible. And right in the 89th minute, we throw it from the touchline, throws it over my bloody player, and then Watford get the ball back and then go and score and put the nail in the coffin. So this is unfortunate. And then they hold up the ball. I mean, fucking seriously, come on. But still, that's that. We lost the game 3-1. and I wasn't happy. I just got out of there immediately, but what can you do? And unfortunately, no one really played well in that game, but I do have to give props to one man, Adrian, that is for sure. He was the highest rated player that FIFA 14... There I go again, FIFA 14. What am I doing? That FIFA 15 gave, he got the highest rating, and I would agree with that as well. In a game where no one really played that super, I really had to give it to Adrian, who did do a lot of good things and created chances, and of course scored the goal, won the free kick, and made the free kick count with a goal, but unfortunately it's just, yeah, not to be. But still, I really had to start changing some things, because there was a draw in the first game of this episode, loss in this one as well, which is now worse, and I just... Still keeping with a 4-3-3 formation, just went weird and just went with a false 9-4-3-3, playing Dukara as a centre forward, which, believe it or not, you wouldn't have thought that he could play that position, but he actually can. He can play his preferred positions as striker and as centre forward. So I looked at that the first time, I thought, really, Dukara at a centre forward position? As we nearly concede there, and thankfully it hits the post and bounces out, but I thought, okay, fine. I never thought I'd do it, but I'm actually going to try. I'm desperate to try to fix this little problem that we're having, this goal scoring issue, as Dukara plays one through, and Adrian really well as well. It was a good pass, good build up, and a good run from Adrian, but the save is made. But Dukara now with a chance, doesn't do a fake shot, just turns his man, gets the open, makes the open space, and finishes in the bottom right hand corner in the 40th minute. So finally Dukara makes something happen. As we can see, he gets injured a little later a little earlier in the second half, but still Ceballos still moving on, still maybe having a shot. Yes, he'll power one at the near post, but he's missed the near post completely. He's gone the wrong side of it, and yeah, he's ended up hitting the side netting, which maybe should have gone for a little bit of finesse at that far post, but maybe I was a little bit worried about it getting saved because it was too acute an angle, or either way. But still moving on, it's another shot, thankfully going wide for Rotherham, and it's just, yeah, I mean, we're just holding on by the skin of our teeth. They were having a fair few amount of chances. The header is one. We go to clear, but Moore kicks it ahead of him, and it falls to a Rotherham player, and then there's a congestion, and they still get the shot off, and they still fucking score. They still get the equaliser. First off, more toe poking it forward when I'm trying to clear it, and then the ball was just in the middle. No one can make the tackle despite all the numbers. I mean, that is, again, just annoying as fucking all hell. Goal to concede, but Antonucci's gone past one, and can he go past the second? He's going to have to. He does, and surely now it's not the winner. In the 89th minute, he's put it wide. We now go into stoppage time. Will there be another chance? No. Solimarch, unfortunately, does not get the ball back, and that is going to be it. We concede again, another shit equaliser, a very annoying equaliser. Why did Liam Moore poke the ball forward? Why? What? It's just a mistake. And then, unfortunately, not even the 4-3-3 could make it happen. Marco Silvestri got man of the match from FIFA, and I'm going to have to agree with him as well. So he's going to be my man of the match in a game where fucking the outfielders didn't really do an awful lot. You could tell that, but Ceballos, I guess, was all right as well, just an honourable mention. But unfortunately, again, not a lot to do now, and that's 3 games in this episode. A draw, a loss, and now another draw, and that's with changing the formation. But thankfully, I mean, despite all these draws, and all these, which all have been very recent, we are actually still in a relatively decent position. I've been using that word a lot recently, but still. Yeah, and that phrase as well, but still. Anyway, moving on. We're 9th at the moment, and we're not too many points away from the top 4 or the top 6 that you need to really be in the discussion to be promoted. And thankfully, it looks like that the whole league is very, very competitive, because the difference between 1st and even 24th right on the bottom is not that much for this stage in the league, which is great. So we'll see how that ends up, as Antonucci still goes forward. He's just not that quick, though. He can't get past his defender. He can't make himself a better angle because he's just got that defender to contend with, and sadly he has to just try to chuck something up, and it can't get past the keeper, who makes a good save. But still, continuing. Another shot saved by their keeper. The cross and the header, he's just left open. But still moving on with Huddersfield. We need to get this win so desperately. And they're the ones making all the chances. They're the ones that are shooting and scoring everything. Or not scoring everything, but making all the shots happen. But still, Ceballos, who's been playing relatively decently quite recently again. But still, Adrian nearly lost out. Antonucci, and a through ball. And a Solimarch, who shoots and scores. The right winger this time actually gets a goal. It's been a while since a right winger has been able to score, but Solimarch now getting on the board. Nicholas Storm, if he was playing in that game, maybe would have got that first goal finally, but still no. Moat now, maybe chasing a second goal to really get us in the driving, really get us forward, but still moving. Solimarch continuing to have a good game. The cross in Adrian, nothing. Ceballos, he goes, he crosses, instead of shooting, lays it off Adrian, who goes with a volley, and it's saved by their keeper. Very well done by him. And now another cross from a corner, and the header from Bianchi. It's a great header as well, but still saved by their keeper, who was on freaking drugs at this point. It's incredible. Still moving is Huddersfield on the wing now. maybe looking to get a cross in. It's blocked. They still allow it to happen. They still have the ball. Huddersfield, another shot, who laid it off for the shot instead of going first time into a potential empty net, but thankfully for us not to be. And now we make substitutions. 90th minute, in stoppage time. The lob through ball's there. Bamba, who was substituted in the game, is not marking his man, and the header is fucking put in the back of the net. In the 90th minute, it's 3 draws in this episode and the loss. We were just a few seconds away from a victory. Marco Silvestri gets man of the match again. But Bamba, who was substituted in the last, he literally didn't even touch the ball. That's the first thing that he did, giving that up. Unbelievable. I had to give the man of the match to Moat, though. I just got to put that in there, though, sadly. And just, yeah, I don't know what's going on. This team, I'm slowly starting to figure out, is just not a good team. And it needs so much improving if it's going to be competitive in the Premier League. If we're even going to get there with all these draws and losses. But hopefully we can make it, turn it around. We've got a game against Everton coming up. But until then, guys, which will be coming up tonight if we can, as soon as we hit that target. My name's MasterBucks. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.